Hello everybody and welcome inside the Quad City Sports Center. On this Saturday night, your Quad City Junior Blues JV squad will get a rematch against the Mason City Mohawks here tonight, as they will be looking to notch this weekend series up at 1, as last night they lost to the Mohawks. So looking for redemption on this Saturday night here against the Mason City Mohawks. Take the draw for the Quad Cities will be Colry, as he'll face off against McKinnon for the Mohawks, as we're about to get this first period underway here inside the Quad City Sports Center. Again, the Blues lost their game against the Mohawks last night, so looking to even up this weekend series here tonight. So Cowrie facing off against McKinnon for the Mohawks, as this opening draw is won by the Blues as they try to clear it up to the blue line. It's intercepted, but Kerr's able to get a stick on it. Yeah, he plays it behind the Mohawks net. To pick it up there for the Mohawks, it appears to be Tyndall. He clears it around the far wall. Now it's tied up. It's a four-man tie-up for it, as Cowrie's down on the ice. He's able now to get a stick on it. Tried to send it down low. That one bounces out front, almost intercepted by Griffin. And now the Mohawks looking to clear out. It was almost once again picked off by Griffin. Either way, now the Mohawks over the Quad City line down the near side. There's McKinnon. He sends a backhand in just wide of the net. It's Fee clearing around down the near side. After for the Blues is Kerr. He gets hit there and still tied up for it, as now Bettenhausen joining in. And now it's cleared up to the far side. The Blues trying to clear, but it's kept in by the Mohawks. There's McKinnon in the far corner, challenged by Fee. Sends one in front and stick to side by the goaltender. Now it's Bettenhausen down the near side, looking for an outlet pass. It's Carter, and Carter deflected out in the neutral ice, but there were the Mohawks collect and send it back in. There's Fee for the Quad Cities, picks it up, sends it behind his zone net, where Bettenhausen now sends it up to the far wall. Around the far wall, it's picked up by Schmidt. Now it's tied up, as it bounces into the far corner. Now behind the net there once again, it's Fee. He loses it to the Mohawks. It's Metley, and he dodges a check there. Now in the near circle, fires a shot and a save by the goaltender. And now it's played out and back into the near circle, where Fee gets it ahead for Carter. Had trouble handling it. It's kept in at the point by the Mohawks. Now it's cleared back down the near wall, where Bettenhausen able to get a stick on it and gets it out to neutral ice. There the Mohawks play it back inside the Quad City zone. And this will be whistled down on the icing call, so we'll have a face-off all the way back down into the Mohawk zone. 12:20 left. Again, it's a scoreless game. This is the second meeting between the Mohawks and the Blues in as many nights here inside the Quad City Sports Center. So this face-off to the left of the goaltender is won by the Blues cleanly out at the point. Quick shot, that deflects off a shin guard and bounces into the near side, where it's tied up. The Blues able to clear it out there. It's Welser, a shot from the point. That one right through the paint. I don't even think the goaltender saw that one coming. Either way, it goes wide. Now the Mohawks trying to clear, but it's picked off now in the far corner out to the point there. Holding for the Blues, it's Batrosh. He'll send it behind the net, as Zizak gets tied up there. Now able to come out with it, making his way to the front of the net. Tries to get back out to the point there for Batrosh. He'll send it back down low. It's Heyman. Kicks it off the skate, sends it to the far corner. To pick it up for the Blues there is Summers. Centers out front, and I believe that was Heyman who whipped on his shot. Either way, centered again, but it was the Mohawks defense. Able to get a stick on it and clear it back out to neutral ice. As Batrosh picking up at his own blue line, sends it up at one over the Mohawks blue line, back into their zone. Now Mason City looking to break out here, as Mashka, headman pass for Hahn. Now gets it up to the Quad City blue line. He gets knocked over there. Now it's the Blues looking to move back the other way. It's dumped in by Kerr. Behind the net to play it is the goaltender. Now steers it aside. It's sent down the near wall by Bergmeyer. Now it's tied up along the near wall as Griffin takes a hit, falls to the ice. And he appears to be okay as he regains his feet. And now the Mohawks able to chip it out to center ice, and it's a race for it back inside the Quad City zone. It's McKinnon after it, as he ties up with one of the Blues members. I'm not sure who it is. Cowrie's going to join the battle either way, trying to free it up. And Cowrie able to come out with it, skating behind his own net, sends it back down to the far side where McKinnon gets a stick on it. Try to get out to the point, but it's intercepted by Griffin, and now it's the Blues back the other way. A 2-on-2 if they hurry. Griffin over the line, big shot just over the net. Now the Mason City Mohawks able to clear it over to the near corner where it's picked up by Bergen. And he's trying to chip it out, but it's kept in by the Blues. Now tied up once again along the near wall as Griffin drifts down and it's cleared out, but not to the blue line. And a shot by Bettenhausen just wide of the net. Griffin on the puck in the far side, sent it behind the net. Now a shot just in front by Kyle and a save by the goaltender. Now Mason City able to get it back out to center ice. There's Bergeron. And he loses it. McKinnon chips it back up. This one's inside the Quad City zone. Now it's Bettenhausen, sends it out to the far side. Mason City collects in the neutral zone, but it's Kyle to break up that play as he does battle there with one of the Mohawks members. It appears to have been Lancaster. And now Mason City controls back in their own zone, gets it out to center ice. It's picked off by Carter, who gets hit and forced to dump it into the Mason City zone. Now it's sent out to the near wall. It's Metley. Mason City looking to break out. Metley over the Quad City line, has Lancaster with them, sends it in deep. To pick it up for the Quad Cities there, it's Petroche as he loses it there in the near side. Now Mason City control along the near wall, tried to center, no one there, and it's picked off by Welser. He'll send it up to center ice. There's Carter over the Mason City line. Lost the handle as it got sticked away at the last moment. And now it's Metley back the other way for the Mohawks. Over the line, fires a shot. That one wide off his skate as he took a check from behind, no call. And now Carter along the near wall, ties up, and puck is going to bounce out, but we're going to have a whistle here. It's going to be a penalty on, I'm not sure who it is. It appears to be the Blues. So the Blues are going to go short-handed here as Carter is sent to the box. And I believe that could be a head-checking penalty. So either way, this is going to give Mason City the first power play of the game with 8:58 left in the first. And again, it's a 0-0 game here inside the Sports Center. Heyman taking a draw for the Quad Cities and able to win this one. Gets it out to center ice where it's picked up by the Mohawks as they look to break down the other way. As Bergmeyer, he sends it in low after it behind his own net, his feet. Holding there, tried to clear it around the wall, but it bounces off a shin guard. But now in the near corner, it was Bettenhausen able to get a stick on it and send it out. The Mohawks picking up in their own zone, looking to get this power play unit back up ice with 1:35 left on their man advantage. 8:30 left in the period. As the Mohawks the other way. Center ice is Taylor. Along the near wall, takes a big hit from Summers. And the Blues trying to clear it as Heyman. He'll get it the length of the ice. As now the Mason City goaltender out to play it. And sends it down the near wall. There's Taylor once again. Over the line, loses the handle. A big play by Welser to break up the Mohawk rush. As now the Mason City Mohawks down the other way. A big shot and a glove save by the Quad City goaltender. As Matthew Brown able to stick the glove out and snatch away. So this face-off will be to the right of Brown. To take it for the Quad Cities will be Kari facing off against McKinnon. As face-off is won by the Mason City Mohawks. It's Mahoney out at the point, sends it cross ice. But Tyndall had trouble handling that one. Now he works his way back to the blue line, sends it down low. And Bergen had trouble handling it. Now picks it up in the near corner as he's challenged by a couple of Blues members, able to get out to the point. Big shot by Mahoney and a pad save by Brown. Puck loose in the far corner. Griffin able to get a stick on it and clears it out to neutral ice, forcing the Mohawks to retreat. As sent down the near side, McKinnon picks up along the wall. Had trouble handling it now. Cowrie able to get a stick on it. And now Welser sends it back inside the Mohawk zone. 25 seconds left on the Mason City power play. 7:20 left here in this opening frame. As now it's Berggren back the other way. Over and across the Quad City line. Fires a shot and a save by Brown. And now he's forced to hang on. As it was a quick forechecking Hain. Either way, this face-off will be to the right of the Quad City goaltender. To take it for the Quad Cities will be, appears to be Millar. And he'll face off against Renault. Face-off won by the Mohawks. Out of the point there is Kornick holding at the blue line, but it's picked off at the last second by Schmidt. Now he's back the other way. Over the Mohawks line, get to it first, fires a shot and a save by the goaltender. Now Mason City gets it back up to their own line. There's Oslin. Now a headman pass for Hahn. Over the Quad City blue line, trying to beat the defender, but it's knocked away. Puck loose, high slot. Picked up by Schmidt. Now it's the Blues back the other way. Schmidt with speed over the blue line, making his way to the front of the net. Gets by the defender, shoots and scores. I believe Schmidt's going to be credited with the goal here. I'm not sure if Miller might have gotten a piece of it at the last second. We'll have to get the official call. Either way, the Blues are going to take a first period lead with 6:47 left in the first.
Number 44, Nathan Schmidt, assisted by number 14, Matt Fee.
So Schmidt getting the goal from Fee. That is the only assist. And of course, that was an even strength tally. Our face-off at center ice is won by the Blues. It's the Mohawks who play it back inside the Quad City zone as Welser picks up behind his own net, gets it picked away, but he's still with it, trying to clear along the near wall, but he's challenged there. As it's tied up now in the corner, Welser trying to knock it free. Summers joins in, as now Welser loses his feeding. Doing battle there with Metley, and now the Blues able to get a piece of it and move it back the other way. A headman pass for Heyman. That one was ahead of the mark. Now the Mohawks clear it back inside the Quad City zone. There's Brown, plays it behind the net, leaves it for Welser. Clears it down the far wall. It's intercepted by, I believe that was Taylor, and played back behind the net. Now it's Welser picking up for the Blues, sends it out to the far wall. The Blues looking to move up the other way. Another headman pass, but it hit the leg of the linesman and didn't make it out. It's the Mohawks who pick up now, send it inside the Quad City zone. Brown back behind the net to play for the Quad Cities. Leaves it there. As now Millar picks up, sends a headman pass intended for a curve, but it was picked off and sent back inside the Quad City zone. And we're going to have a whistle here, an elbowing call. Going to Kerr, I believe, of the Quad Cities. Excuse me, this is going to be Millar headed off to the box. He'll go off 2 minutes for elbowing. So either way, this is going to give Mason City another power play chance here with 5:38 left in the first.
Number 16, Stu Millar, 2 minutes elbowing.
As face-off is won by the Mohawks, cleared back inside the Quad City zone. There it's Fee, sends it out to the far wall. Schmidt, he looks ahead, sends it to Link. This one will be back behind the cage to pick it up for the Mohawks. Will be Kornick holding there, looking to get his unit up ice, but he's pressured by Cowrie, knocked away to the far side. But as Kornick still with it, he sends it out to the near side. No one there. It's intercepted by Griffin. Winds up with a big shot. That one over the net. On it behind is Cowrie. He's tied up there. Still with it. And now McKinnon able to pick it off. And the Mohawks back the other way. It's McKinnon down the far side. And he gets that one picked off by Schmidt. A big play at his own blue line. Schmidt knocks it away and forcing the Mohawks to retreat. There it's sent back inside the zone. It's Brown, steers it behind the net. There's Fee, sends it out to the near side. Griffin able to get a stick on it and able to clear it up to the blue line, but not out. As now Griffin gets another shot at it. Not able to get it out. Now it's Cowrie zoning in along the near wall, but it's kept in by McKinnon. He fires a shot and a stick save by the goaltender. It's Fee behind the net, takes a check, sends it out to the near side, where it's McKinnon out to the point there for Bergmeyer. Fires a shot. That one doesn't get through. Schmidt picks up the rebound and sends it to Link. So 45 seconds left on the Mason City power play, 4:21 left here in the opening frame. It's Mason City looking to break out here down the near side is McKinnon. Sends it cross ice now as the Mohawks looking to break down ice. It's Lancaster over the Quad City blue line. Excuse me, that's not Lancaster, that's actually Kornick. Either way, now puck behind the net. There's Metley trying to get to it, but it's broken up by Welser. He's with it along the near wall, but loses it. And Heyman collects, able to send it to the length of the ice. As now the Mason City goaltender plays it behind his net. He leaves it for Bergmeyer, who's skating down the far side, makes his way through center ice. Now over the Quad City line with speed down the near side. Holding, skating behind the net, looking for that pass. Tries the center, and it deflects in. And he's going to score from behind the net. Bergmeyer is going to get the goal here. What a goal from the Mason City forward. Bergmeyer actually played it from behind the net, deflected it in off the goaltender, and Mason City's going to tie this one up at 1 with 3:38 left to play here in the first. Either way, Welser picks it up along the far wall, dumps it inside the Mason City zone after it's Griffin, but it's played along by the Mohawks first. Along the near side, Taylor tried to control, but it makes its way out to the point for Bettenhausen, trying to send it back in low. Down there, the Blues controlling, tried to center it in front, makes it all the way across there. It's Griffin, had trouble handling that one as it was bouncing up on end. Now it's Bettenhausen down the near side, trying to keep it in for the Blues. He ties up for it, and now Mohawks able to get it out to the blue line, but a shot by Welser and a stick save by the Mason City goaltender. Now it's Taylor down the near side, able to chip it out to center ice. After it for the Blues is Welser at his own blue line, sends it back up. It's inside the Mason City zone, now played out to center ice. There it's Taylor down the near side, trying to break the Quad City line, dumps it in on the backhand. After it's Welser for the Quad Cities, turns it, fires it down the near side. Kerr picks it up, able to get it out to the center circle. And now Mason City plays it back inside the Quad City zone. It's Welser over in the far corner, looking to break out as he's challenged now, but still with it, able to get to his own blue line, and now going all the way back down the length over the Mason City line, fires a shot, and I believe that one might have been off the helmet of the goaltender. Either way, rebound on the far side is Griffin who plays it back down low. Cross corner after it's Kerr, and he's not able to get to it. And Mason City looking to break out here down the other way. It's Tyndall, center ice, clears it up to the Quad City line, picked up, and sent back out to center ice. That was Bettenhausen, I believe, who got a stick on it. And this one's going to go the length, and we'll get an icing call here with 2:07 left in the first. So either way, Bergmeyer getting his 4th goal of the season. And that was a power play goal at 17:22. Of course, notching this one up at 1. Now his face-off will be to the right of the Quad City goaltender. It's Heyman. And he wins this one over the near wall. The Blues trying to get out to center ice, and they will. Heyman once again sends it into the far corner. After it, there's Zuzak. He'll skate behind the net, pressured by the Mohawks. Still with it on the near side as they're trying to play it now down low. And it's still tied up for it now. Zuzak able to get a stick on it. Makes his way to the front, shot, and a pad save by the goaltender. That's Fee out at the point, keeping it in for the Blues. Sends it low where Heyman collects. And he's still doing battle now as he's joined by one of the Mohawks. Able to come out with it. Backhand chance in front, and he scores! Heyman gets the goal for the Blues, and he's going to give his team a 2-1 edge over the Mason City Mohawks. So Heyman's going to get the goal for the Quad Cities. His 7th of the season. This goal at 19:25 of the first. Excuse me, that's not 19:25. We'll get the official call here for you. As it's picked up behind the net, played by Carter out front. Welser with a shot. That one wide. Schmidt's on it in the far side. He gets it over the front, but is picked off by the defense, and the Mohawks able to get it out to center ice. The race is on. Welser's going to get to it first in his own zone. Sends it up to the far wall. Schmidt able to get a stick on it. Ahead for Carter. Picks up neutral ice. A 2-on-1 if they hurry. Now developed into a 2-on-2. Carter with a big shot wide of the net. And rebound bounces all the way back out into the Quad City zone, where a headman pass is picked off by McKinnon. In on net. Shot and a save by Brown. As McKinnon now on the far side, plays behind the net. To get there for the Blues will be Carter. Looking ahead for that outlet pass, finds Miller on the near side. Now cross ice, it's Schmidt. Over the red as he brings it in now inside the Mason City zone, but offside. So we'll have a face-off here with 37.7 left in the first. A 2-1 Quad City game. This one will be just outside the Mason City line. And face-off is won by the Mohawks. It's sent up to the far wall where I believe that's Fee able to get a stick on it. Sends it inside the Mohawk zone. Looking to break out, holding it in the far corner, sending it up to the wall. Metley able to get it out to the blue line, but it's kept in by Cowrie. He sends it low. Griffin picks up in the far corner. Al sends it behind the net. Blues trying to get it out front, but it's kicked off. And skate, now it bounces back out. There's, I believe that's Kerr trying to get a stick on it as he gets hauled down, no call. Puck bounces behind the net. There it's Griffin. Plays it behind for Cowrie. Now tried to send it back to Griffin, holding it in the far corner. Out to the point now for Fee. He'll send it back in low behind the net, and that's how this first period is going to end. It's a 2-1 Quad City lead over the Mason City Mohawks. All right, everybody, and welcome back as we're about to get the second period underway here. After one period of play, it's Mason City 1, Quad City 2. As the draw at center ice is won by the Blues, it's Griffin over the Mason City blue line, able to get past the defender right at the last second. Backhand chance, and I believe the goaltender might have actually caught a piece of it. Either way, now puck in the near corner. It's Griffin sending it behind the net. It's Cowrie. Had trouble handling that one. Takes a big check. Is now tied up for it, but it's the Mohawks able to get a stick on it and send it out. It's Taylor on the far wall. Gets a headman for Metley, who takes a big check and falls to the ice. Now it's the Blues back the other way. It's Welser. Sends it inside the Mohawk zone. It's the goaltender trying to play it behind the net, but it goes over his stick. As now after it's Cowrie in the far corner. Takes a check, but still with the play. Now loses it to Kornick. Kornick out to the blue line. It's kept in by Welser. And sent back down the near wall with Griffin holding there. As he sends it back down low. As Kerr's doing battle. Now Griffin trying to kick it up once again. This play continues here along the near wall. As Metley now trying to free it up for the Mohawks, and he will. As Metley looking to break out, but it's off the skate of Welser. And Metley gets it back now. Over and across red, but loses it to, I believe that might have been Bertroche. Either way, sends it inside the Mohawk zone. Kornick clears it down the near wall. All the way back inside the Quad City zone. There's Welser. Sends it out to neutral ice. It's collected on by Kornick. Tried to clear it back down low, but it's Summer who gets a skate on it. And Kornick still with it, but now loses it to Welser. Welser, headman pass intended for Heyman, not able to get a stick on it. As that one was just ahead of the mark. Now the Mohawks back the other way. It's McKinnon, headman for Hahn, as he's over the Quad City line. Down the far side, sends one in on the goaltender, and I believe that might have bounced up into the glove. Either way, he holds on with 12 minutes and 17 seconds left here in the second period. It's a 2-1 Quad City lead. His face-off will be to the right of Brown, as Heyman takes a draw, wins this one back to the far corner, as it's cleared down the near side, where Dizak able to get a stick on it, but it's McKinnon who keeps it in. Sends it now behind the net, where Bettenhausen clears it back down the near wall. Trying to clear it, and it's still kept in now along the near wall. And bounces out to the slot, where Heyman collects and now looks to move back the other way for the Blues. It's Heyman down the far side, dumps it inside the Mohawk zone. As now the Mohawks collect, looking to break back the other way through center ice. It's kind of a four-man collision for it. The Blues come out with it, sends it up to the line. Now it's Heyman, top of the near circle. Makes his way to the front of the net, now pushed back into the near corner. As the Mohawks able to clear down the near wall, but it bounces out to the point. Fee winds up with a big shot, wide of the net. Puck loose in the far corner. Heyman's after it for the Blues. Kicks it up to the wall. There's Millar. Fires a shot just wide of the net. And we have a delayed penalty here on the Mohawks as soon as they touch up, and they will. As Hayne finally able to get a stick on it. So now we're going to have a Quad City power play with 11 minutes and 17 seconds left in the second period. We'll have a face-off inside the Mohawk zone, top of the far circle. As this one, top of the far circle, won by the Blues as Carter tried to get it out front, but it's picked off by the defense. A clearing attempt kept in at the blue line. Now it's Schmidt down the near wall. As it bounces out front, Millar almost able to get a stick on it. Now Schmidt, follow-up chance, and a pad save by the Mason City goaltender. And now centering attempt is knocked away by the Mason City defense. A minute and 35 left on this Quad City power play. 10:50 left in the period. As Bertroche almost gives it up at his own blue line. Down gets it ahead for Carter. Over the Mason City line, down the far wall, holding there. Looking to get a pass out to the front. It bounces off his skate and into the helmet of the goaltender. And now it's Millar trying to get it back in front, but deflects off his skate. Now sends it behind. After for the Quad Cities is Carter, but he's going to get beat out for it. but he ties up and now sent out to the point for Betroche. Holding there at the blue line. Now tried to send that one in front, but it gets sticked aside. Still able to get it down the near wall. Schmidt tries to fire a shot and deflects off the shin guard. Now Schmidt's with it once again down the near wall. But it's the Mohawks able to get a stick on it. That was Ronell able to get it out back inside the Quad City zone where Betroche picks up. As he looks for that headman pass, deflects off Ronell. Now gets it back, able to send it down the near wall. Schmidt had trouble handling that one, just tipped it into the zone. And we're going to have a whistle here as it's an offside call. So 40 seconds left on this Quad City power play, 9:57 left in the second. Again, that penalty to Mason City was Mahoney, 2 minutes for hooking. And of course, that's what's given us the Quad City power play here. So draw just outside the Mason City lines, won by the Blues. Griffin dumps it in on the backhand. Now Kornick's on it behind the net, looking to break out. Sends it along the far side, deflects off a stick and out of play. So that one deflects up and into the Blues bench. We're going to have a face-off. This one will be just outside the Mason City line along the far wall. Calvary will take it against Lancaster, and the Blues win this one. Where Bettenhausen plays along the near side. That one ahead for Fee. Yeah, he's forced to collect back in his own zone. Send it ahead for Griffin. Now tips it up to Calvary. Had trouble handling it, and I believe that was Kornick able to get a stick on it and sends it back inside the Blues zone. Erdsby along the near side trying to get to it, but is beat out by Lancaster. Lancaster tried to get it to the front of the net, but a last-second defensive play by Fee to knock it away. Now it's Calvary back in the near corner, leaves it for Fee. Now cross to the far side. There's Bettenhausen. He's got Griffin breaking as he had trouble handling that one as he was almost checked by Bergmeyer. Either way, the Mohawks able to send it back inside the Blues zone. Fee collects behind his own net. Send it along the near wall. There's Griffin. And he sends that one inside the Mohawk zone, and this is going to be whistled down on the icing call. So 9 minutes and 2 seconds left here in the second period. It's a 2-1 Quad City edge over the Mohawks. We'll have a face-off here to the left of the Quad City goaltender, as Renoil will take this face-off for the Mohawks. He'll face off against Heyman. And draw is won by the Blues. It bounces out front, and the Mohawks able to get a stick on it and put it past the Quad City goaltender. They're going to tie this one up at 2. So initially the draw was won by the Blues, but it was kind of a funny bounce away from the circle. Finds its way into the slot, and the Mohawks able to put it past the goaltender on the loose puck. I'm not sure who was able to put it in, so we'll have to get the official call here. So this one's notched up at 2 in the second period. Draw at center ice to be taken by Heyman, as he'll face off against Bergmeyer, or excuse me, Renoil. And the Blues win this one, cleared up to the far wall. Now it's played back to their own line, where Summers gets a stick on it, sends it out for center. It's Heyman. Over the Mohawk zone, tips it up to the far wall, trying to beat it out, as he's now with it in the far corner, holding there out to the point. And it's fired, and a save by the goaltender. Welser fired it from the blue line, but the Mason City goaltender comes up big and keeps his team in a tie game with 8:39 left to play here in the second period. This face-off will be to the left of the Mason City goaltender. Heyman will take it for the Quad Cities, facing off against McKinnon. As face-off to the left of the goaltenders, won by the Blues. Welser with a shot. That one just through the paint. On it in the near side is Zizek. Gets out to the point for Betroche. He has trouble handling it. Now some Mohawks back the other way. A 2-on-1 if they hurry. It's Hanen. He's got McKinnon in front. Holding top of the far circle. Fires a shot. A pad save by Brown. Brown says, I don't think so, not in my house. Kicks out the pad and keeps his team in a 2-2 game. 8 minutes and 23 seconds left in the second period. So this face-off would be to the right of Brown. So Hain getting that last Mason City goal, his first of the season. Either way, that's what's put us here in a 2-2 game. Alex Bergmeyer from the blue line fires a shot, and I'm not sure if that actually got through to the goaltender. Either way, it bounces over to the near side. Carter picks it up for the Blues. Makes his way over his own line, now looking to break out. through center ice, dumps it inside the Mason City zone. Now Bergmeyer collects in the near side, sends it to the far side wall where it's intercepted by Bettenhausen. Gets it to the far corner, tried to center, bounces back to, I believe that's Millar. He tries to fire a shot, deflects off his skate and wide. Alex Millar behind the net, tried to center, but it's picked off by McKinnon. And he's able to send it out back into the neutral zone where Bettenhausen picks up as it bounces back to his own blue line, sends it ahead for Millar. He gets it now for Carter. Carter over the Mason City blue line, to the front of the net, fires a shot and a glove save by the netminder. So 7 minutes and 35 seconds left to play here in the second period. It's a 2-2 game between your Quad City Blues and the Mason City Mohawks. As face-off in the far circles, won by the Blues. Shot from the point. That one doesn't get through. Now follow-up chance. Fee! He shoots, he scores! The initial shot from the blue line didn't make it through. Bounces back out to the near point for Fee. He winds up top of the near circle and puts it past the goaltender. Now the Quad City Blues are going to take a 3-1 lead over the 3-2 lead rather over the Mohawks. Our face-off at center ice is won by the Mohawks, and Lancaster plays it inside the Quad City zone. Fee gets there, but he gets picked off by Metley. Out behind the net, there's Cowrie. Metley's back with it as he knocked it away. Now Bettenhausen able to pick it off from him. Gets out to the far side for Griffin. Tried to clear, but not out, as it's kept in and dumped back behind the Quad City net, where Bettenhausen tries to get to it, but it's centered in front, and it's still loose, and now it's chipped over to the near wall, where Kerr sends it back behind his net. It's Bettenhausen on the carom along the far wall, gets it ahead for Griffin. Griffin gets it over his own blue line, but is picked off by the Mohawks, but is once again picked up by the Blues. Tried to send it back down, and the Mohawks once again pick up on it, send it in on the goaltender. He steers that one aside. It's Fee, sends out to the far wall. It's kept in at the point. His Fee not able to get a stick on it. Shot, that one doesn't get through. It's still sitting in front. The Blues trying to clear away from the slot. And now bounces over to the far corner, able to get a stick on it. And now Griffin sends it back inside the Mason City zone. This will not go for icing as it stops just in front of the goal line. Kornick picks up for the Mohawks down the near side. Looking to break up ice, but Heyman checks him off the play. But Kornick still able to get it ahead for Hahn, who sends it inside the Quad City zone. Out steer around the near side as it's tied up along the wall. As now Dizek behind his own net, sends it up to the far side. It's Heyman who collects, skating over his own blue line, dodges a check there, but loses the puck. And the Mohawks are back to send in along the far wall, where Summers collects for the Blues. Back at his own line, loses his feet, and it's tied up in front of the Mason City zone. I'm not even sure which side of the line it is. Either way, the referee is going to blow this one down. So 5 minutes and 45 seconds left to play here in the second period. It's a 3-2 Quad City lead over the Mohawks. So that last Quad City goal coming from Fee, his first of the season. And of course Bettenhausen and Griffin on the assists. Face-off just outside the Quad City line is won by the Mohawks, where Hahn able to clear down the far wall. After it for the Quad Cities is Welser, chipping up to the far wall. It's Summers, clears it, but not out. It's kept in, and a shot from the point. That one doesn't get through. It was off the skate. I believe that was Petrosh. Either way, now it's played ahead for Heyman over the line, but he loses it at the last second. Picked up at center ice. It's Zek. He'll clear back inside the Mason City zone. After there's Welser, he'll pick up, send it down the far wall. This one makes it out to neutral ice. Welser picks up, sends it into the near corner, where Tyndall now collects for the Mohawks. Pass along the far wall for Hahn. He's got McKinnon ahead. Tries making a pass down the near wall, where Oslin able to get a stick on it. Sends it inside the Quad City zone. Now it's Bettenhausen. Sends it along the near wall, where Schmidt picks up. Now the Quad City is looking to break out. It's Schmidt through neutral ice down the near wall. Makes his way inside the Mason City zone. Fires a shot, and a chest save by the Mason City goaltender. And now they're able to clear back out to neutral ice, where Bettenhausen collects, sends it down the near side. That one intended for Millar, but it jumps over his stick and back behind the cage. Now it's the Mohawks trying to clear down the near wall. Whereas Kerr able to keep it in. Now it's tied up for it. Millar joins the battle and it squirts free, and that was shot. And a blocker save by the Mason City goaltender. Now it's Bettenhausen at the far blue line trying to play it back in, but it's intercepted by the Mohawks, and they'll send it the length of the ice. This will go for icing. With 4 minutes and 17 seconds left, it's a 3-2 Quad City lead over Mason City. This face-off will be to the left of the Mason City goaltender, Griffin, to take it for the Quad Cities. As he faces off against Lancaster, this draw is won by the Mohawks. It's played up to the neutral circle for Metley as he gets knocked off the play, but he's still with it down the near side inside the Quad City zone. Gets steered aside by Fee, loses his footing. Puck jumps behind the net with Cowrie able to get a stick on it. Tries to send it up to the far side, back to himself. Now he tried to play it out to neutral ice, but it goes up and over the boards and out of play. That went inside the Mason City bench. So this face-off will be just inside the Quad City line. Griffin once again facing off against Lancaster. And this face-off is tied up. And now played inside the blue zone. It's picked up by Fee. He'll send it out to neutral ice for Kerr. Dumps inside the Mason City zone. 3 minutes and 50 seconds left in the second. Griffin along the near wall. Loses it to, I believe that's Lancaster. And jumps back now in the near corner. There it's Cowrie. Near wall's Kerr. Sends it behind the net. And the Mohawks now able to collect and looking to move out. Headman pass up for Metley, broken up by Bettenhausen. A big play there, because if he wouldn't have broken it up, it was Metley back the other way all alone. It's played back behind the Mason City net where Mahoney able to get a stick on it. Sends out to the near side where once again it's Metley looking to get it up. Headman pass now for Renoyle. He had trouble handling that one. He's on it in the near corner. Gets knocked off by Welser. Welser gets over to the far side, trying to clear it out, but it's kept in. Now Renoyle once again in the far corner, sends it behind the net, but no Mohawk member there. Either way, jumps out to the near side. Is Metley out to the point for Mashaka, I believe that is. And his shot doesn't get through. Now Cullery sends it down the near side, bounces off the stick, and Griffin able to break out with it. Now Griffin in on net. His backhand chance knocks off his skate and wide. Now it's played up to the far wall. Oslin trying to get it out, and he will. And to neutral ice, but it's picked up there by Batroche. He sends it inside the Mason City zone as Kornick along the near wall trying to clear back out to neutral ice. There's Batroche, skates over the Mason City line, gets it low where Summers picks up behind the net, tries to wrap it around, backhand chance. I'm not sure if it actually got through. Either way, played back behind the net. And another centering attempt knocked away by the Mohawks. Puck loose along the near wall's Hayne. Filson out to the far side, picked up by Heyman. He finds Zizak going to pass behind the net. Tried to get out front for Summers. His shot just wide of the net. Now it's Kornick sending out to the far wall, where Welser not able to keep it in at the blue line. Bounces all the way back inside the Quad City zone. Welser's after it. He'll get there first. Skating behind his own net, now makes his way down the near side. Dodges one of the Mohawk members there. That's a headman pass up for Heyman over the Mason City line. Working his way down the near wall. Skating behind the net now, still doing battle. Sends it on to the nearest corner for Summers. He makes his way behind the net, but gets held up, no call. And now it's broken up by the Mohawks, sending it down the near side. Welser not able to keep it in. Makes its way out to neutral ice. There's Hayne, able to dump inside the Quad City zone where Fee finds Summers rather. And hits it inside the Mohawk zone where Heyman controlling in the far corner. Tried to center out front, but is broken up by McKinnon as he had Millar breaking to the front of the net. Either way now, puck still inside the Mohawk zone. It's Fee. Loses the handle on that one, but able to get it out to center ice where it's Hayne. Over the line, tried to make his way past Bettenhausen. Bettenhausen breaks up that one. Puck loose in the near corner, now it's tied up. As the Mohawks able to free it up, but it's Fee able to get a stick on it now. Jumps it up to Carter. Carter over his own blue line, now through center ice. Makes his way over the Mason City line down the near wall. Holding there. Tried to center in front, found Millar. Millar had trouble handling it. And now it's Bettenhausen from the far wall, shot and a save by the goaltender. And now it's Millar who kicked it to the front of the net. That one bounces wide. Tried to center again. And Mason City able to knock that one away. There's Carter along the near wall, fires a shot wide of the net. Bettenhausen on it on the far side, not able to keep it in as it was tipped out by the Mohawks. Now it's Fee to collect back in his own zone, sends it down to the near side for Carter. Carter ahead, skating down the near wall inside the Mason City zone, fires an odd angle shot and a stick save by the goaltender. And Schmidt tried to follow up with a shot. That one doesn't get through. Now at the point there's Petros. He fires. That one, I believe, might have been tipped wide. Either way, it's cleared down the near wall, back into neutral ice where Bettenhausen doing battle there with Berggren. It's McKinnon able to come out with it. Now it's McKinnon all alone in on net. And the last second ticks off the clock, and that's how this second period is going to end. McKinnon not having much time to work with there as the second period was coming to a close. Either way, after 2 periods of play, it's the Quad City Blues the Quad City Blues 3, Mason City 2. The Sports Center is on this Saturday night. Your Quad City Blues taking on the Mason City Mohawks. After 2 periods of play, it's Quad City 3, Mason City 2. And draw at center ice is won by the Blues. It's still tied up though as Curry tried to dump inside the Mason City zone, but it was sticked away. Now it's Fee along the far wall, plays it inside the Mohawk zone. Pass along the near side for Bergen. He had trouble handling. As Bettenhausen to pick up for the Blues, sends it inside the Mason City zone. The goaltender plays it behind, now sent down the near wall for Berggren. Tries to clear, but is kept in by Bettenhausen. He sends it down the near wall, but now Mason City collects and able to send it out to neutral ice, where it jumps out to the center circle. Hain turns and fires inside the Quad City zone. This one now behind the net, makes its way over the near side. Mason City collects. That was McKinnon. Sends out behind the net as one of the Mohawk members tried to center, but it was pushed away by Fee. And now Mohawks in control of it behind the net, but it's knocked away by Bettenhausen. And now the Blues looking to move up the other way. It's Heyman. Headman for Kerr. Kerr back to Heyman on the far side. Backhands it in front, and it's sticked away by the Mohawks defense. And now Mason City looking to break back the other way. It's Mohawks dumping in up to the Quad City line, where it's pushed back inside the Mason City zone, as this one will go for icing with 12 minutes and 54 seconds left to play here in this final frame.
JD and the varsity, we have them on DVD for $10 from Family Ties Production. Just check out the ticket counter at the entrance to the ring.
This face-off will be to the left of the Quad City goaltender. It'll be Heyman taking it for the Quad Cities. And he wins this one, where it's Summers along the near wall, gets it out to neutral ice, where it's played back in by the Mohawks. As Welser picks up behind his own net, sends it along the near wall. Summers picks up there, sends it ahead for Heyman. And now leaves it back down for Summers over the Mason City line, makes his way to the front of the net, in on net, shoots, he scores! What a goal coming from Summers. Sneaks it under the crossbar. So the Quad Cities are going to take a 4-2 edge over the Mason City Mohawks here with 12 minutes and 34 seconds left to play in the third period. So Summers gets his first goal of the season, and what a nifty goal it was. Now draw at center ice is won by the Mohawks. They have a 2-on-1 if they hurry. It's Renoyle over the line, fires over the net. It's Metley on it in the far corner, holding there. As he dodges a big check from Petros, sends it along the near wall, where Millar picks up. As he does battle there with, I believe that was Lancaster, now working his way down the far wall, gets it out to center ice, where it's Schmidt ahead for Carter. Dumps it inside the Mason City zone, wraps it around the near wall. Mason City collects. As one of their defenders lost his feet, it would have been Kornick. Either way, now it's the Blues back the other way. It's Schmidt down the far wall center for Carter, deflects it into the goaltender, and what a save. Now Mason City collects on the rebound, looks to move back the other way, but Renoyle gets pushed off by Miller. It's Welser back over the Mason City line. Leaves it down low for Carter, now holding down the near side. Tried to center that one in front, bounces back to him behind the net. And Mason City, I believe that's Kornick, able to get a stick on it and send it back inside the Quad City zone. And this, of course, will go for icing with 11 minutes and 37 seconds left in the third.
Assisted for number 2, Jake Hennon. Number 4, Jonathan Duke at 1:26 of the third period.
So this face-off will be to the left of the Mason City goaltender. To take it for the Quad Cities will be Griffin. And he wins this one as Bettenhausen along the near side. Fires it in front, gets tipped just wide, but it's still loose in front. Kerr with a chance and a save by the goaltender. Now Mason City collects on the rebound, sends it out to neutral ice. This one will make it inside the Quad City zone. Bettenhausen's after, down by Oslin, and he gets tied up behind the net. Now it's Hain trying to get a stick on it, but Bettenhausen sends it down the near side where Griffin collects, able to get it out to neutral ice. There, the Mohawks play back inside the Quad City zone, but it's going to be whistled down offside as Hain was still inside the Quad City line. And now we're going to have a Quad City penalty here as Cowrie's headed off to the box for the Blues. So this is going to put the Blues on another penalty kill here with 11 minutes and 10 seconds left in the third. So Mason City with a chance here to get back into this one. Pull within one of the Blues. Draw just outside the center circles, won by the Blues. There's Welser. Tried to clear up the far wall, but it's picked off. Metley over the Quad City line, takes a big hit from Summers, falls to the ice. Now puck loose in front, Lancaster with a chance just wide of the net. As it's loose along the far wall, and Betroche able to get a stick on it and lob it out to center ice. Picked up now by the Mohawks, a pass for Metley. He's over the Quad City line, down the far wall, trying to make his way in front, but gets it sticked aside by Summers. Puck now loose in front, where Welser able to get a stick on it. Tried to clear, but not out as Cornick keeps it in, fires a shot from the blue line, and a pad save by the goaltender. It's Oslin, sends it behind the net, no one there, so Betroche will pick up for the Blues, and the far corner bounces it off the boards and out to neutral ice. Now the Mohawks collect at their own line. There's Bergmeyer, still with it along the far side, looking to get this power play unit inside the Quad City zone. Pass along the near wall, it's Taylor. Skates over the line, now down the near side, leaves out to the point for Cornick. Big wind up and a pad save by the goaltender. And he hangs on as Metley was quick to get there for any rebound chance. So 1 minute and 4 left on this Quad City penalty to Cowrie, who's sitting for tripping. With 10 minutes and 14 seconds left here in the third, as faceoff is inside the Quad City zone, won by the Mohawks. It's Hain down in the far corner, sends it behind the net. It's McKinnon holding there, tried to center, but it's sticked away by the Quad City defense. And Schmidt over his own blue line, up ahead for Carter. That one just ahead of the mark, as now it's down for Berggren at his own blue line, skating over and across red. Down the far side, dumps it in on the Quad City goaltender, and he's forced to hang on as McKinnon was there. So we'll have another face-off here inside the Quad City zone. This one to the left of Brown, as Carter will take it for the Quad Cities. His face-off is won by the Blues, where it's Fee in the far corner, clearing out to the blue line, but it's kept in by Bergmeyer. He fires a shot and a stick save by the Quad City goaltender. Puck loose along the near wall. It's collected on by Bettenhausen, but he's knocked away from the play. Now Cornick trying to keep it in at the blue line as Bettenhausen tried to clear, but it's kept in, sent behind the net after it's Fee in the far corner. Hain gets beaten out by Fee. Fee behind the net now turns and fires it down the far wall. Out at the point there, it's Bergmeyer. He'll send it down low. Now it's back out to the blue line, but a bad pass, and this one will go back all the way inside the Mason City zone. And, of course, after it for the Mohawks is Bergmeyer, collects behind his net. Now looking to move out as this Quad City penalty expires. Both teams now in full strength as Bergmeyer over across red, dumps inside the Quad City zone after it's Welser for the Quad Cities. Collects in the near corner and sends this one the length that will go for icing here, with 8 minutes and 58 seconds left to play here in the third. Of course, the Quad City Blues on top by a score of 4-2. So this face-off will be to the right of Brown. It'll be Renoyle facing off against Cowrie. His face-off is won by the Mohawks, towards Renoyle sending it out to the point for Weber, who plays it back down low, and a big collision behind the net as Betroche loses his feet. Either way, gates out to the near wall, out to center ice where Kerr picks up, sends it in on the goaltender. He almost had trouble controlling that one. Now able to hang on to it as Kerr was there. So we'll have a face-off deep inside the Mason City zone. This face-off will be to the left of the goaltender as players lining up for the draw. Coley to take it for the Quad Cities. And he'll face off against Rendell. And the Blues win this one. Griffin out to the points. Welser has trouble controlling, and now the Mohawks able to get it out to center ice where it was Taylor, who, if he could have turned the play quick enough, would have had a breakaway chance, but lost his feet and was forced to send it inside the Quad City zone. Now it's Welser on the far side, gets it out over along the wall to Griffin, but that one gets broken up and it's back to Welser. Now finds Griffin once again. Griffin, top of the far circle in his own zone. Now moves out over his own blue line. Pass for Cowrie. That one ahead of the mark. Back inside the Mohawk zone. It's cleared around behind the net. Where the Mohawks collect, it's Tyndall who sends out to the far side. The Mohawks trying to clear, but is kept in by Griffin down on the far corner as he holds there. Now doing battle with Tyndall. Bounces out. There's Cole. He'll send it out to the near corner. And tried to center it. There was Kerr, but it was knocked away by the Mohawk defense. And now it's the Mohawks back the other way. There's Renoyle down the far side. Makes his way to the front of that shot. And a save by Brown. This face-off will be to the left of Brown. To take it for the Quad Cities will be Hammond. He'll face off against McKinnon. And draw is won by the Mohawks, where it's McKinnon who tried to fire a shot off the draw. Doesn't get through. Now he tries to play it out to the point where Duzak able to get a stick on it. But now Hain collects on his clearing attempt. And tried to center it, but the Blues able to break up that chance. Now Summers ahead for Heyman. Down the near side over the Mason City line, holding top of the circle, trying to get in front, but it's picked off. And now it's Mason City back the other way, but we're going to have a penalty here, an interference call. This one on the Mason City Mohawks. It'll be Bergmeyer sitting 2 minutes for interference. As face-off will be to the right of the Mason City goaltender. That'll be Heyman taking it for the Quad Cities. Of course, the Blues getting the power play chance here as this draw is won by the Mohawks, and they're able to clear it down the lane. As Brown tried to play it behind his net, but it beats him around the near side to collect his Bettenhausen. He sends it ahead for Summers. As now he's tied up along the wall, but it bounces out. Heyman able to get a stick on it. Ahead for Duzak. Now bounces back to Heyman. As he's holding top of the far wall. Takes a big check, falls to the ice. As now puck loose along the near side is Bettenhausen sending it down low in the corner. There's Duzak in on net. Tries to center for Heyman, but he was tied up in front, not able to get a shot off. It's sent back out to the point for Bettenhausen. He winds up with a big shot, makes it to the net, and a save by the Mason City goaltender. So a minute and 20 left on the Quad City man advantage. 6:41 left in the game. As face-off will be to the left of the Mohawks goaltender. There'll be Millar taking it for the Quad Cities. And he loses this one to the Mohawks, where it's Mahoney along the near wall. Tries to clear it around, but it's intercepted in the far corner by Carter. Sending it behind the net to Miller. Now back to Carter. Carter holding along the wall. Sends it behind the net for Miller. Had trouble handling that one. As now Schmidt along the near wall. Loses it. And the Mohawks cleared out to the blue line where Welser fires a shot in off the post, and he scores. What a goal from the Quad City Blues defenseman. Welser fires it from the top of the near circle and bounces it in off the... So 6 minutes and 21 seconds left here in the third, and the Blues are going to take a 5-2 lead over the Mohawks. So Welser gets his first goal of the season. As this draw at center ice is controlled by the Mohawks. Now it's tied up along the near wall as Kornick gets it back to his own line. There's Berg. He clears it back up to center ice as Kornick was knocked down. He's still on the ice. We have a delayed Quad City penalty here as Welser touches out. So it'll be Millar headed off to the box for the Blues, and Kornick headed off for the Mohawks. So we'll have a face-off just outside the Mohawks' loans, won by Corey. He sends it inside the Mason City zone, but is whistled down as it deflected off one of the Mason City members in their bench. And we'll line up and try this one again. As face-off will be just inside the Mason City line. Is won by the Mohawks. It's cleared back out to center ice. Well, it's actually kept in by the Blues. They'll send it behind the net. On it is the Mohawks trying to clear down the near walls. Kept in by Griffin, who sends it low. And it's intercepted once again by the Mohawks trying to clear it side up along the near wall. And they'll get it out over and across their blue line. Now in the neutral ice where Fee plays it back in. This one inside the Mohawk zone. There's Bergmeyer. Finds Bergren on a pass. Now ahead for McKinnon. Over and across the Quad City line down the near side. Puts on the brakes but loses the handle. Bettenhausen able to get it over his own blue line. There's Bergmeyer. Plays it back inside the Quad City zone. Now Cowrie tries to get a pass ahead. That one tipped away. But it was Bettenhausen able to get a stick on it and send it back inside the Mohawk zone. There's Bergmeyer ahead. It's picked off by Fee. But he loses the handle as Haynow's checked along the far wall. And the Blues able to play it back inside the Mohawk zone where it's Bergmeyer once again. Down the near side over the Quad City line, making his way behind the Quad City net as he's challenged by Bettenhausen, but still with it. Al sends it down low. McKinnon gets there, tried to center it in front, didn't get much on it. It's picked off by Cowrie. Now he'll skate down the near wall, tried to send it out, but it's kept in at the point by Tyndall. Fires a shot, that one doesn't make it through. Loose along the far wall, to Zach trying to clear. It's kept in by Berggren. He sends it down behind the net. On it for the Quad Cities is Bettenhausen as he looks ahead, finds Dizak on center ice. Had trouble handling that one, bounces back to Fee. Over and across the Mason City blue line as he's forced to play that one down low. Looked like he was at the end of his shift. Either way, now 4 minutes and 28 seconds left here in the third. The Quad City Blues on top, 5-2 over the Mason City Mohawks. Howard Schmidt down the near side over the Mason City zone. Leaves that one for Summers as now he skates down low through the corner behind the net. Looking for a pass now. Wraps it around and trying to fire. It didn't get much on it, but it bounces right back to him. And he fires again. That one over the net. Summers still with it in the far side as he gets tied up. And we're going to have a delayed penalty here on the Mohawks. As soon as they touch up, and they will. So the Quad Cities will get a power play chance here. As Bergmeyer heads off to the box for the Mohawks. A holding call on Bergmeyer. So this will put the Quad Cities on a power play here with 4:02 left to play in the third. And with a face-off inside the Mohawk zone. To take it for the Quad Cities will be Carter. And he loses this one in the Mohawks where it's played off the far wall. Tried to clear it out to center ice, and they will. Where Welser collects along the far wall, tipped it back up. We're going to have a whistle here. And let's see what the deal is. As the Quad City Blues penalty box has opened. And it'll be Miller headed off to the box for the Blues, so he'll sit in the sin bin for the next two. So face-off inside neutral ice is won by the Blues. It's Welser down the far side. Tried to center in front for Schmidt. He fires one wide. As it's played back in by Betroche along the blue line. It's intercepted by the Mohawks trying to clear, but it's punched back in. Mohawks collect on it once again in their own zone and send it back to length. After it for the Blues there, it's Welser. He sends it down the near wall. It's Carter who gets a stick on it. Al looking to move out. Through a run across red inside the Mason City zone, making his way to the front of the net. Gets picked away at the last second, or bounces over to the far side. Schmidt collects, makes his way to the front of the net, shoots, and a save by the Mason City goaltender, rather. Al puck bounces out to the blue line where it's kept in by Betroche. He tried to send it down low, but it's picked off, and the Mohawks back the other way. There it's Mahoney who tries to break the line and gets that one knocked away as the Quad City Blues play back inside the Mohawk zone with 2 minutes and 57 seconds remaining here in this third period as Metley collects at center ice, loses the handle to Griffin, and is forced to just kind of knock it up to the Quad City blue line. Either way, Welser collects at his own line, sends it inside the Mason City zone, and this is going to be an icing call here with 2 minutes and 46 seconds left in the third period. So, of course, that last Quad City penalty going to Millard. 2 minutes for roughing. As face-off will be to the left of Brown to take it for the Quad Cities. will be Connery. He loses this one where Metley collects the top of the far circle, sends that one down low. It's Fee who gets there first, sends it behind his own net. Bettenhausen collects. The Blues looking to get this one down ice as Bettenhausen passes along the near wall to head for Griffin. That one just ahead of the mark. It's picked up by the Mohawks at their own blue line. Tried to send a pass ahead. It's intercepted by Griffin. Now he's over the Quad City line with, or the Mason City line with speed. Tried to center it in front and flex off his skate where Metley now picks up. Makes his way over and across red, over the Quad City blue line. Tries to deep pass the defender. Not able to do it, still with it out the blue line. He gets that one picked away by Bettenhausen, and a diving Bettenhausen able to get it out to neutral ice. Tyndall now plays it back inside the Quad City zone. After it for the Blues is Fee. Collects in the far side, sending it along the near wall where it's Bettenhausen to collect. As the Blues now trying to break out and is kept in by Metley. Out Bettenhausen once again with it. He tries to send out, it's collected in front by Oslin, but Griffin gets there first to break up his chance. As now Millar's out of the box and Connery's over the blue line and gets that one knocked away by Taylor. And Taylor takes a big check along the near wall by Petroche. Taylor still on the ice as Connery's over the Mason City blue line, fires a shot and a save by the goaltender as a whistle is finally blown as Taylor trying to get up to his feet as he took a huge hit along the near wall by Petroche. He appears to be okay as he skates off to his own bench. But I think even the captain would have been impressed with the crunch in that hit. So 1:34 left to play here in the third period. It's a 5-2 Quad City lead over the Mason City Mohawks. As face off to the right of the goaltenders, won by the Mohawks as they played over their own blue line. But it's knocked back inside the Mohawk zone by the Blues. It's cleared down the near wall. Heyman able to get a stick on it, does battle there with Hain. It's Summers who picks it off, comes back the other way. Over the Mason City line, now down the near wall, holding. Tried to center that one in front, finds Heyman, fires, and deflects off his shin guard. And doesn't make it through, bounces back to the near wall where the Mohawks collect, send it out to center ice where play's broken up. Petroche gets a stick on it, tries to send it back in, but takes a hit from Hain. And bounces over the Quad City line where Renoyle sends it down low. It's Heyman to collect for the Blues. As he makes his way down the far side, it's Duzak on a pass. Trying to get over his own blue line as he gets tied up, now still with it. Over and across red, dumps it down the near wall. Plays this one inside the Mason City zone with 46 seconds left to play here in the game. And sent out to center ice where Welser gets his stick on it. Sends it inside the Mason City zone where it's cleared around the far wall but kept in at the point by Fee. Sends that one down low where Mahoney gets a stick on it, but is Colreed able to knock it away from him. Now with it along the near wall. He gets it picked off by Mahoney, who sends it down the far wall. Hain trying to get there, gets beat out by Fee. He sends one in front, and it's snagged down by the Mason City goaltender. His face-off will be to the right of the Mason City netminder. To take it for the Quad Cities will once again be Cowrie. He'll face off against McKinnon, who now leaves the face-off circle, and I believe it's going to be Lancaster. And draw is won by the Mohawks, but it's played in front of the net, and Kerr with a couple of whacks at it, but the netminder comes up big, and now Mason City able to dump it out to center ice, but we're going to have a whistle here. It appeared to have been a slashing call going to Kerr. As we have kind of a delay here as Kerr doesn't believe he should be headed off to the box, but either way that's going to be the case here with 12 seconds even left to play in the third. Draw will be just outside the Mason City line. Griffin taking it for the Quad Cities. Over the line, makes his way to the front of the net, but gets it picked off. It's Metley now with it, 7 seconds left. Metley through the center circle, pass along the near walls for Renoyle. He dumps it inside the Quad City zone after it's Bettenhausen. And he gets hit, and either way, that's how this third period is going to end. As the Quad City Blues JV squad comes away with a win here tonight as they beat the Mason City Mohawks by a score of 5-2.
Once again, fans, if you'd like a copy of last night's game to the University, we have them available at the in the lobby for $10 a piece. Also, you can receive, you can purchase videos from tonight.